Today, Precarious plays
Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Perfect only ever exists if you establish because perfect just means the maximum.
Right.
I want to point this out because I don't know if this has happened before, and then we're coming right back to that because I can't believe that we spent so much time talking about such a stupid subject. Occasionally, some quests that you take, they spawn a blue, soldier on the map.
Yeah.
And usually when you run into them, you have, occasionally I think it just starts a fight like normal.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes this happens, right?
Ooh.
And normally it's a trap because what they'll do is they'll put the thing you have to do as option 2. And I think you get something for option 1. Like if I let them go, I get some weird thing.
Uh-huh.
But to actually get credit, I'm pretty sure I have to capture them. So perfect only exists. Like it's really easy to be perfect because perfect just means to the maximum extent that is necessary, that it has been a maximum allowable score.
Yeah.
Right?
So if you have a score that goes to 10, someone has established that.
Here's my favorite example. If someone is like, bring me 2 apples, and then you say, well, what weight, what kind, and they go, no, just 2 apples. They can't be rotten. They can't be like a hive of disgusting bug villainy.
Mm-hmm.
If you bring me 2 edible apples, that would be perfect. If you bring them 2 apples,
it's perfect.
It's perfect. You brought them the perfect number of apples. That always bothered me. This is something that I've been thinking about since middle school, whenever I had like a religious teacher who was like, well, no one can be perfect because only God is perfect. And I think I nearly told her to shut the fuck up then. I was not a delinquent, but I nearly slipped, and I got as far as like the sh sound, and then I bit my tongue, and I was like, not worth it.
Well, yeah. Well, that said, it is galling when something is achievable because standards have been set to determine what perfect is, and then you don't quite get it. Like, for example, when
She got a 98 on a Leaf project.
No,
there.
98.6.
Oh my...
If you round it up, it's 99. Okay? If you round it up, it's 99. And even though I know that that is way better than anyone should ever get on that project, and keep in mind, this is probably 10 or 11 years ago at this point, I found it again, and I'm still angry about it. Not with the grading system, but with myself for letting me down, knowing that I could be, I had clear, defined rules to get 100% and didn't do it. It hurts my feelings.
For the record, I'm pretty sure that I got a B, I think.
Yeah.
But you know what the funny thing is? I can't really remember exactly because it doesn't matter and I don't care. Huh. Fun. It's fun, isn't it?
I wish
it's more fun.
I wish it doesn't matter and I don't care was the truth for me.
It doesn't matter and you
Okay,
shouldn't
it doesn't
care.
matter and I shouldn't care, but I still care.
Because until today, over a decade later, when was the last time you or anyone else thought about that?
Probably a couple
project?
years ago.
Uh-huh, and did it get you the job?
No.
Did it get you the house?
No.
Did it bring you great mental stability?
It may have fueled some determination of mine to do something better.
Oh, well, look, I guess something good did come of it. I apologize. Everything I said is null and void and invalid. Ooh, Dragon and Lamea.
Weird little things like that have followed me through life. And every time I'm about to slack off on something, I like remember 4 or 5 things like that. Like another one is one time there was an art project that there was a piece of string on a collage that broke up the flow of that collage. And if I had not added that string, it would have been an A instead of a B. And I think I still have that string.
I remember that.
Like, things like that fuel me with perfectionist rage. Well, and the thing is that I'm a pretty flawed individual, so things like that are necessary for me to keep from getting lazy. So they're useful. But I just saw one today, and I'm like afire with fury. I want to make a completely perfect row of sharpened pencils right now. I want to go bake a cake and get the icing completely smooth today. You know, I want to 100% something right now.
Making action of previous unit. Penalty for using combos. Okay. I thought for a second I misremembered ganging up. I thought ganging up was attacking the same target sequentially.
Mm-hmm.
This is fine. I don't think I have that many lightning attacks available to me right now anyway.
Do you have things like that fuel you to just be extra good and, for example, do all of the lighting correct in Space Engineers, like all of the lighting correctly?
Yeah.
And certain labeling things?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know what?
So don't poo-poo on my crazy, insane
well, you take it to
project.
You take it to a whole
fury.
A whole nother level is the thing.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna go like lose sleep about it, but it's bothering me right now.
Okay, I made a list of don't care about circle. Can't learn that one. And this is, does he have magic hammer? I made a list of what I'm missing. Okay, he does have magic hammer. With regards to blue magic and capturable monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I can't learn Blaster. It's such a shame that you can't learn Blaster. It's a really cool move with a cool name. You just shoot them with some sort of mysterious energy and it petrifies them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it does. Why they decided to call it Blaster, I do not know. Now, out of these, I need to learn a move from that one and capture this one, and I think this one as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the other two can just get KO'd. Oh. But speaking of things that urge me to just do more, do better.
For excellence.
Yeah. I'm watching... Damn. A group play a specific variety of Minecraft right now.
Yeah.
And bless their hearts, they're under a lot of pressure to fudge. They're under a lot of pressure to live.
Survive.
Survive, yeah. So this probably isn't like what should be on their mind.
Uh-huh.
But goodness, if they just don't, as a group, ignore like best practices for building, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, no, look, guys. Put up a wall. You put up a wall, and then you put a lip on it, and boom. Suddenly, you don't have to worry about skeletons, zombies, creepers, or spiders. You've done it.
It is a simple method.
17, I'll take it.
I mean, sure, it gets hard to get...
Whoa! Oh! Somebody brought his A-game.
Oh, you did it!
Ah.
That was fast. Usually I was getting ready to kind of sit back and slog through this map, but...
Me too. Now the only thing that I have to worry about is... I don't think I... Unless Keith has Asuna... I don't think I can unpetrify Mont Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he does. Okay. Alright, so just as long as Keith doesn't get petrified between now and then, I should be fine.
Well,
Will this work? No.
and I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I mean, determined perfectionism can be just as crippling as it is useful. So I definitely have to remind myself that done is better than perfect all the time. But still, those can be those little 98.6% grades and other such events are just so useful sometimes.
Well, I would argue that the double metric that most schools in the United States of America apply, where they have the percentage and the letter grade,
That's so frustrating.
it's stupid. Just,
Pick one.
well, no, they can have the percentage for themselves, but I don't think that should be made public. I think that for an overwhelming majority of people, it would do nothing but improve their experience. Because, like, the worst thing that I can imagine is, like, one of those parents, like, one of the really insane, I'm putting all of the pressure that I have to put on my child,
Yeah.
and I need to know that Sarah is 18% better than Meredith. I
Yeah.
need to know it. I'm a nosy parent, and I'm head of the PTA, and my child needs to be the best one, and I need to know.
About that 18%.
I need it.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
What was the type of school that was described by, I've always been more of a fan of a pass-fail situation, because if you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't. I think it's fairly simple. If you've learned what the class has to teach, fine, and if not, that's fine. Because what happens is that people start working averages and percentages, which is good for math. You know, that'll teach you some math, trying to figure out how many projects you have to get done in a certain way in order to assure yourself a certain grade. Like, certain people...
Some people that might be bored with school otherwise. Is that what you were?
Yeah, I
thinking of?
I feel like I remember when I had to worry about that type of success, that type of metric for success. It was more of it turned into me worrying more about points than the material or learning how to learn, because that's really what school is. It's not necessarily going to teach you what you need to know.
Just what I want to know is, why can't all learning just be like this?
Like,
And now he'll know that forever.
yeah, just bunk.
And that's just his now. I think that the rest of this map is gonna basically just be cleanup, so we'll come back tomorrow after we've finished here.
Okay. That was really fast, though. I'm proud of you. You get 100%.